Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer and more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember that they are general readings, so not everything's going to resonate with everyone, and that's fine, and to really always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week you've got the Temperance card. I don't know why, but there's a feeling this week, whether this is with a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it is somebody that you used to really care about, whether, you know, maybe it's even a colleague. There's a sense that I get from this Temperance card this week. Somebody, or maybe even you, are the person that wants to bury a hatchet of some sort. The Temperance card is about alignment. And I get this feeling that there's something that you want or need to mend in your life, whether this is an ex that you broke up with, whether this is a friend that you fell out with, whether it's a family member that you're not seeing eye to eye with, maybe it's one of your children, whoever it is, there's somebody. It kind of feels like this week the Temperance card is basically saying you want to reach out because this person wants to reach out. You may never get back whatever it is that has been broken, but there is a chance this week for you to mend something. It's not going to be easy, and it may very well come with some much needed catharsis and healing, but it is a good idea. Now, for those of you that are, if you have a Taurus person in your life that you have fallen out with, not spoken to in a long time, maybe you're not having a good relationship with them at this moment in time, this week, it's not going to be easy, I have to be honest with you. And the reason I say this is because Taurus got this same card in the same position. And this has been happening between you guys for a while. And remember, I use different decks for different aspects and everything. So I know it's not just that a card is sticking. And the fact that this keeps coming up as a motif really does suggest to me that some Taurians and some Gemini people have something to fix between them. I don't know what it is. Only you will know if I'm speaking to you, and that makes sense. That being said, whatever it is that needs to be mended or healed, this week you have the potential to do so. It's not going to be easy, but it will definitely be worth it. For your actions and options, you have the Four of Pentacles. So there's something about your money, your finances, your resources, or maybe even your home this week that is coming up for review. Now, the fact that you got the Four of Pentacles means that this week you are looking at your money, you're looking at your finances, you're looking at your resources, but this isn't about like, oh, how much have I got in my bank account this week? This is you really starting to think long term. What does wealth look like to me? What does security look like to me? For some of you, this could be you applying for loans, definitely possible. For some of you, it looks like you might be thinking about going back to school, whether this is university, whether it's getting a qualification of some sort. The reason I say this is because there's something about your long distant future that is really very much on your mind, and it's focused on how much money or resources you have access to now compared to how much you would have if you had this new qualification, insight, piece of paper, document, whatever. There's a sense of speculating to accumulate here as well. That's why I say that. For your communications and conversations, you have the Four of Swords. What do we see straight away? 2 4s, right? 2 4s in the tarot represents insomnia. So this week you might find getting to sleep, getting some really good quality sleep might be a bit of a challenge. And if you are finding that, you now know why, right? Now, the fact that you've got the Four of Swords in the communications and conversations suggests that whatever communication is happening this week, it has to be slow and steady. If you're expecting things to move as quick as you do, Gemini, you may be either sorely disappointed or you may end up getting more backlash than you had considered. This week you have to take it slow. If you try to rush, if you try to force things, if you try to, put a band-aid on it, You won't get that, and if anything, you'll probably get more pushback than anything else. For those of you that work for somebody else, this would be a good week to put in your holiday request, especially for those of, I mean, this is everybody, but especially for those of you whose companies have really now started to ramp everything up. If you're going to do it, you need to ask now. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is in effect you doing what you need to do in order to recharge your batteries. And if you're not getting the sleep that you need, finding other ways to recharge and regenerate yourself is going to be vital for your business. When it comes to your those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, delving into your spiritual side or your spiritual world would be a really good way to go. It does suggest as well, for some of you, this could be, you know, and I say this for all Geminis, this could be hearing about funeral arrangements, but it could just as easily be a focus on meditation and mindfulness or something of that nature in that realm. For your work and your money and materials even, you've got the King of Swords. So King of Swords right underneath the Four of Pentacles. For those of you that are applying for loans, this is a great week to do so. It looks like you will get the all clear or the go ahead. The money that you need, the money that you're applying for, the money that you are hoping to receive is absolutely there for you. It does look like it may be a little bit slow on the uptake or to get to you. It looks like there's a delay of some sort, and I'm not sure what it is, especially given the fact that your ruler is now direct. So I'm not sure what the holdup is, but it does look like there is one. Now with that, it's probably likely something to do with the paperwork, because you've got the Four of Swords in the communications, which does suggest to me that things are moving slower than they would usually in that department. But the fact that you've got the King of Swords means that you're going to be fine. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your nervous system, especially with the Four of Pentacles close. Anything that is working on, through, or around your endocrine system, especially your liver, your gallbladder, and your spleen. Now this isn't, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but if you are going to have any challenges or issues, if something comes up on the internal level and you don't feel right and whatever, maybe get those areas or aspects of yourself checked out. And then finally, for a select few of you, if you are due for operations, the King of Swords actually bodes very well, because it means that you will have somebody that is very good at what they do. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, this week home could take on a really unusual characteristic, or you may be welcoming someone into the home. So maybe someone's coming to stay with you, possibly somebody that you haven't seen for a while. Maybe that explains the insomnia. You know, if you're up talking or drinking or eating late or whatever, that could be a factor. It does, for me, feel like this person is either a friend or a family member though. It's not, do you know what I mean, like an in-law, or do you know what I mean, like this, it feels like somebody that you would enjoy having at your home. I just get the feeling though that their circumstances may be the reason that they're coming to stay with you, and I hope that that's not the case, but it feels like it to me. For your love and relations, you've got the Fool card. So for those of you that are single, you could be meeting an air sign person this week. It's definitely possible, because you've got the King of Swords there. This person may be an Aquarius. The reason I say that is because for me, the King of Swords is Aquarius ruled. Doesn't have to be. And the fact that they come up next to the Fool card, this isn't somebody that you already know. It's somebody that's new to you. It's somebody that you haven't met before, somebody that you may meet through a friend or a family member, because it's in the love and relations. But it's not somebody that you know as yet. So this is someone that you're going to be introduced to, which is really, really exciting. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships or marriages even, something about the relationship is turning a corner this week, right? And like I said, for those of you that are ready to bury a hatchet in some sort, whether this is a lover, a partner, a friend, a family member, somebody that you've been close to but you've fallen out with, the Fool card suggests a clean slate. You're getting to do something again. You're getting to you're getting a do-over, which is really nice, right? You get to clear the slate and just say, look, you know what, can we let bygones be bygones, or can we agree to disagree and move beyond it? All in all though, I actually think this could be quite a nice week for you. I'm sorry to say it doesn't look like you're getting a lot of sleep, but outside of that, it looks like a great week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.